Hello, guys. Starters. My name is Chris Carrion. I am 31 years old. Excuse me, 31 years old, and I and I'm a born again Christian. Uh, excuse me, excuse me, and I live in the United States. Um, lately, I've I'm so I've always been a very hard worker when it comes to my job because I work out at my bag boy at a supermarket, at a public supermarket, and I've been a bagger for 8 years now. And excuse me, oh my goodness, been a bagger for 8 years now, and excuse me, and like over time, I've been a very obedient and very hardworking person. I work in custom. Excuse me. Oh my god. I'm sorry. I work in customer service in that department. Again for 8 years. 8 years as well. Um, and I've for those 8 years, I've never had like I never had a problem like with anyone. I've always seen the good in people, but I've always been a very kind and very goal oriented person. And but sometimes I would I would but sometimes I would care about what people think of me, and like to the point where like if I get a, a little bit if I do one simple thing wrong, one little thing wrong, the the simplest and smallest thing, I would get so frustrated with myself and just and just go self-destructive mode and go into hermit mode. Uh, and Yeah, until recently, well, I've always had like a problem with failure, of like disappointments, and I've I never truly, cause I've never truly I've loved on other people, and I've always been truly kind to people, and I've always tried to like go out of my way just to be there for people, because I'm the type of person that like if you if something's going on with your life, that like okay, because I could pick up on people, because I have like this talent or something, supernatural talent or something, to pick up on people's emotions, and like in those emotions, because I guess call it an empath, if you will, whatever. But I don't know, but um, that's besides the point. Cause I'm the type of person that if I would try to brighten up your day and make you genuinely have joy in your heart, like genuinely smile. Um, and even if I'm feeling depressed or very very sad and mad myself, I was trying to put my own extreme feelings aside, and just to be there for you. And but I've never had any never learned how to like truly love myself. So never took care of myself, and I'm always excuse me, and I've always been energy drained whenever I try to help people. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes when I help people, like I got to such extremes that I don't check in on myself, and that so yeah. But I do, and I do. But I want to talk about like the like especially like in the workplace. If you feel like like failure, you're not amount to. Because whenever I try to mess up, and whenever I feel like I can't do anything right, I feel like a failure, and I try to and like I feel very worthless, and I feel very like if I can't do anything right, and like I try to be more, I try to go a little bit overboard, and I try to and all these other negative things and all these other negative things and stuff like that go through my head, and I'm trying to be more, and I get more stressed, and I get more anxious, and I get very and I get very negative and very moody. And no, I'm not sure if I've ever been diagnosed by that, but that's still those symptoms, and that I looked online. And I saw the symptoms of it, of different of like bipolar or something, or uh I don't know, it's just bipolar, and like just different different other things, and that I can't think of right now. But but I've always and I've always tried to deny the fact that I need help, and I always try to beat myself down every chance I get, to the point where like I go to like a downward spiral slash rabbit hole, and um, and to a point where like at times I would have a mental and emotional breakdown a couple of times. By the way, sorry for the hiccuping. I'm supposed to get water. I'm supposed to have a daily intake of water, like eight things of water, 8 intakes of water. But I guess I don't know. I just took it, and I'm still hiccuping or whatever. Besides the point. The reason why I'm telling you guys all this is because I've noticed that I saw on the news that this month, May, is a mental health awareness month. So I wanted, and it's trending a lot every year. And I wanted to show you guys my story, and how I cope with it. Well, I wouldn't say cope with it. I would say more like thriving, because I've learned over the years that though my struggles and my flaws, and through all the negative crap that I've been through, another negative stuff, through all the hardships and struggles that life has put upon me, I try my best not to let it get to me. But easier said than done. So I try to to try to change my environment of where I am, and try to be in a more positive. I also do a lot of be around positive people. Still trying to do that. Up to recently. I'm also trying to do like deep exercises. I've always also been pondering about doing therapy, but I don't know. I've always, I don't know. Therapy is expensive as well, and I never thought that I would need help, like I told you guys earlier. But I don't know. I think it's better at at times I think that it would be better just to bottle it all down and just bottle it up, whatever, and just try to put on a metaphorical mask and everything, but it's not gonna fix anything, obviously. But, uh, anyways, I wanted to talk about like failure. So that's what I'm gonna talk to. So failure. So failure. Yeah, man. I always used to feel worthless, and I always used to feel like I'm not good enough, and like I always felt like, or like I can't live up to the standards of either like getting like my managers or my parents, and I always used to live up into these expectations of people, and that used to eat me up inside to the point where like I would cry myself to sleep every night, and it used to always frighten me to the point where like I convinced myself that I wasn't good enough, that I was an outcast, that I was that I was that I was less than, that I wasn't gonna make it, that I was just gonna be in the same rut forever and ever and ever. But like I said, I'm a born again Christian, but that doesn't mean that I'm still gonna have trials, because I am still gonna have trials no matter what. But that doesn't mean that my faith in God and Jesus Christ and what they can provide for me and what they can do for me, hence my current disability, physical disability. So now I got to, I lose track. Oh yeah, that now I got my faith. As long as I have my faith, that doesn't mean that my faith in Jesus Christ and God are diminished, because now I got two disabilities: a mental disability, I would say an emotional one too, and physical disability now. But which is ironic, because every year God shows me what the theme of my new year is gonna be. And this year, ironic enough, it would be about health. So it's kind of funny, because I always talk about having a disability, and then when it happens, I remain speechless. But yeah, so yeah, I would feel like less than, man, and like until this day, I feel like every time when I like do something wrong, or like do feel like I'm messing up on something, I would constantly like berate myself and just try to like think of myself as just as just worthless, and like I'm never gonna do, I'm never gonna do anything right, or I'm just gonna mess it up again, or what do these people think of me when I mess up, and like all these things going through running my head, and like I don't I didn't, and I turn it into just shut shit down, and just lose sense of both my common sense and lose sight of like what my priorities, and pretty sure that's a textbook on anxiety. but yeah, but never lose sight. Sorry, excuse me. Never lose sight of who you are, And also here to remind you that and encourage you that you are a masterpiece, even though you still got flaws, and even though you still got struggles and sin, um, struggles and sin and stuff like that, and um, you are still being used by God, and you're still being transformed and as long as you're bettering yourself each and every day and trying to be a better version of yourself than you were yesterday, then who cares what anybody else thinks? And as long as whatever you're doing brings out the best in you and others, then who cares what anybody else thinks? So whether you're a new believer or returning believer, or even if you have, no matter who you are, you're still a masterpiece, and you're still the apple of God's eye, and you can still, there's still time to turn it around and try to bring something to this world that nobody else can bring, because we're all unique. And we're all special, but not the kind of special that the society says you are. Because you can rise above every criticism, every criticism, every internet troll or cyberbully or bully and every chaos that this world has to offer, and you could try to like deflect it by just being the kind, just killing them in kindness, and just try to like watch what you say, and whenever you have those thoughts again of like not having self-worth, and always being and not feel like you're measuring up to people, just know that it will get better. Just remind yourself that it's only just temporary, and it's all gonna be okay. You got the power to you have the power to control God's got the power to control what happens next and how you react to things. But even though things might seem like very, very destructive and very, very out of your hands and very, very like very, very bad, there's you can try to it's always important to think about the situation first, and always to watch what you watch what you say, and try to not, and always think about how you react to things, and how you're going to react to it. Because if you react to something negative, then it's going to be a negative. But if you if you have a little, if you have optimism, and I know that's hard sometimes, but as long as you remember the truth about yourself, the truth about yourself, and everything else will fall into place. I promise you. So yeah, that's all I have to say in the matter. I'm sorry if I went like all over the place, but just remember that that's what I have to say for this month's and this year's mental health awareness. So if you want to raise awareness, if you want to help by raising awareness, I'm gonna be sending a link to a link below to some resources where you can help, so you can help do your part and try to raise awareness for. Okay, so you can help raise awareness for, for the people to raise awareness for mental health and mental health victims. Yeah, I said that right. So I think so. Yeah. So another news. I about this. You're probably all wondering. Yeah, I have extreme and severe muscle cramps, or as they say in Spanish, calambria. I think that's called. But it's like a damage in your muscular. It's a muscular infection, I think, in your knees. And it's something about, from what my doctor told me, it's like something about your liquid in your knees going, like not having enough liquid in your body or something like that. I don't know, something about liquid being in your body. But I can't bend. So I can't bend my knees. As you can tell, well, you can't probably tell, but hold on, let me see if I can. Yeah, this knee cast. This knee, yeah, I have this is what I have to do. So I can't bend it. It won't move it around too much. But I mean, it's only temporary, hopefully. But yeah, I can't go back to work until Tuesday, so I would give myself like a little week or two to get better. Hopefully, I'll get better. So, but yeah, I can't. It's been hurting really bad, and I can't even sleep that much. I only got like 2 hours of sleep. I'm sorry, an hour and a half of sleep last night, and I was lucky to even get sleep at all. But I'm feeling a little better now. I'm taking some pills, some antibiotics and stuff like that, muscle relaxers and stuff like that. And hopefully by Monday I'll feel better to go back to work on Tuesday. Hopefully, God willing. So keep me in your prayers, and I will be praying myself. Believe you me, I will. And also, my dog will be praying for me too. She's very, very tired from barking at the neighbors all day. So now she is resting. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So let me know in the comments what you guys think, and please share this video with everyone that you know. Please. I cannot stress it enough how important this is to me and to everybody as well. So please share this video, like it, and while you're there, and comment below what you guys think, and any future plans for any future ideas. And while you're there, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. You never know what might happen. So you never know what new video I could come up with. So or idea I might come up with. So so there's been Chris 1981 signing out and resting. And stay inspired and keep on shining that light.